Hey all, and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts 3. Time for a bit of an interlude with Axel still wearing his same old duds and Kairi with a brand new look. Why did they bother? She will go on to do fuck all in this game.
Really, the best thing Kairi does in this game is be a fashion model, and that's pretty much about it. But give her some credit, at least she bothered to change her clothes. Axel is wearing the same stinky-ass robe that he's worn for like 13, 15 fucking years now. I don't even know if he has any other clothes, or if he even knows how to change himself at points.
Do you know how musty you will get if you wear black clothes on a hot, sunny day?
I'm not sure. I mean, they are in this magic hyperbolic time chamber realm. I don't know if there's heat here or anything like that, so it's really hard to tell at this point.
There's obviously other examples of like special rooms where time doesn't move at proper rates, but that's what we all know it from, let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, that is the defining example. Everybody is just gonna call it a hyperbolic time chamber. That's how influential the series is.
See, this is good stuff here. Like, Kairi wants Naminé to be free, because Naminé did have her own life for a little while, and she deserves to live. And so does Roxas, and so on. It's just a shame that they didn't keep building on this, like, independence and character development for Kairi and keep her with a little bit of sass, because she becomes a lot more feminine from this point on, which I guess she was already, but she was a lot more tomboyish in previous games.
They don't belong to me.
I guess that really is going to depend on your thoughts about it and feelings in terms of how maybe necessarily it's reflective of that sort of culture. That's kind of a heady topic, I'll be honest with you. I can't really get into it. I like her design in this game, though. I actually like it a lot. I think it looks great. Again, she does fuck all, which sucks. They could have done more with her and nominate things like that, but they don't, so it's kind of disappointing.
There's a really sweet bit here with Axel remembering Ventus. You know, they only met once, but that's all it takes. All it takes is a moment to connect with your heart is.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't tell Roxas that there was another fucking clone of him running around out there. Want to leave that a surprise.
I mean, have you ever run into like a person who looks almost exactly like a person you knew before?
Yeah, I mean, his name's Harry Potter, and he has a series of successful films. Ugh.
Harry Potter's not real. You're talking about Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, well, I'm not real either.
Now that we're going back.
Who have I been doing commentary with all this time? Do I just have a split personality?
No, I'm just an annoying ghost.
Okay. Yeah, you are my stand, let's put it that way.
That would be a horrible fate.
Here is a rumour that got debunked by the time this game ended. These two are not brother and sister. Which, I guess, makes sense now, but they were both from Radiant Garden. They both were about the right age for Lee to be her older brother. I don't know, it's just one of those things that seems likely, but ended up not being so.
I would have liked that, actually. That's kind of a shame, because I think that would have given Kairi a little bit more, character development, having that kind of solid relationship that, defines who she is.
Yep. Oh, we've got the new Keyblades now.
I mean, I love Riku's new Keyblade. It's so stupid, but at the same time, I really like it being just kind of a modern, big, fuck-off car key. It's great.
It's nice, man. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I never really cared for Way to Dawn, but this one is just so much better, really. Let's have a look here. I'm gonna look up Riku's Keyblades.
And also, Mickey's got a new Keyblade. It's some weird, like... I mean, it looks like the traditional Keyblade. I think it's supposed to, like, invoke the Keyblade from the World of Darkness, but obviously it's more stars, Mickeys, and shit like that. It's alright. I mean, it's not my favorite that he's used, but that's good enough.
It's basically the halfway point between Star Seeker and the Kingdom Key D. I believe it's called the Kingdom Key W.
Kingdom Key W? Why?
I don't make these things. Why do you come for me for explanations?
Because Nomura ain't answering my calls.
They got him from Jensen. He may have doffed his mantle, but I guess he can still bequeath Keyblades.
Yeah, because, it's so easy to replace magical weapons like this in this world. Oh, our Keyblade's broke! Whoops! Let's go get some more!
I can't get over the fact that Mickey said we should have upgraded our Keyblades before we came in here.
Yeah, I mean, if you've been flying Gummy Ship long enough, you would have got more materials for that.
Okay. Riku's new Keyblade is called Braveheart, by the way.
I see.
Or Berebahato in Japanese.
It's about time.
They're just going to a Xehanort convention. And Ansem the Wise is that reluctant guest. It's loading, I swear, come on.
You can do it. Some really great character development for Ansem the Wise in this game, and actually Xehanort's Heartless and, Xemnas and so on.
They do give them a little bit, yeah. I mean, I will commend that, make them a little bit more diverse than how they've been up to this point. Listen, I don't want to meet Mother.
I passive-aggressively tortured a girl in that room one time.
Listen, Xehanort, we can't go inside. They haven't rendered it again. So, I mean, well, we might have to go to the data one instead.
It's funny you say that. I think they have actually modelled Narmane's room. They just didn't use it.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about the other rest of the inside of the mansion, too.
I told you I did not take her.
Well, I guess we'll have to find out if that's true or not in the next game, because it sure as shit won't be answered now.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, it is frustrating that it's the last in the trilogy, and then they're just bringing up more questions. I'm like, guys, just have a fucking definite conclusion and save that shit for the next trilogy. Come on.
I mean, I get what you're saying, and half of me agrees with you. I guess we'll call that the heartless part. But the nobody, who is calculating and logical, is like, you have to plant seeds while concluding a previous saga. You know, this is what people want nowadays.
I don't agree. Recently Mortal Kombat 11 came out, and that game has a very definite conclusion without sequel baiting, without making hints towards games that are coming forward in the future. It concludes cleanly. And I felt that was very more powerful compared to how they conclude this game, and then they leave more shit to unravel. You just can't get a break.
A mystery to unravel, one concerning the battle we seek between light and darkness.
She can finally decide whether red or blue version is the best.
It is so awkward when you go in public and you find out your friend's wearing the exact same thing.
You are completely deluded, Xehanort.
He's not wrong.
That's just the fucking catchphrase of the entire game.
I get to manhandle you now. This is the best part of the job.
Yoo-hoo!
You who? Who you-who's at me?
Oh, who the fuck are these kids? Alright.
Excuse me!
Who are you?
And where do you live, and what does your daddy do?
I'm looking for a
And what are your fears? I need at least 3.
No one lives here. Be gone.
There isn't even an inside to this building, young man.
Sir,
Richard Epcar is also Raiden in the recent Mortal Kombat game, so it's kind of funny to hear him now as Ansem.
The Elite True Organization 30? Yeah, fucking gay hater!
I fucking love this. He's just like, this is beautiful. I mean, you need more moments like this. If you're gonna work with the organization, just have fun shit like this, okay?
Oh god, he's fucking paste! Or not.
Yeah, no, this is actually a really cool surprise. I liked.
Who dares? I love how I can't believe he took out Guardian, by the way, to deflect Hayner, when he could have just turned around and backhanded him into the wall.
He probably could have, yeah, but I don't know. Hayner was doing one hell of an aerial rave kind of kick.
Can you get off me now? Thank you.
I mean, they are leather-bound monsters. It would make sense they would wrap up Hayner like that.
Yeah, well, he's developing a fetish now, so let's get out of here before it escalates.
I mean, that starts early, man. Listen, Sora kills like 30 of you guys like routinely. This isn't bad.
Right, Guardian, you take the 2 on the left, I'll take the 5 on the right.
I mean, now they're just gonna redo that scene from Stardust Crusaders where Justice attacked with the zombies, and then Star Platinum just beat the shit out of all of them as they left him, and there were like 30 guys.
I don't actually remember that. I don't remember a lot of like the mid stuff from Stardust.
Oh no, that was a really cool scene. They even had that bit in like the OVA.
Oh, okay. I haven't watched the OVA, so good for me.
And it's probably for the best. They kind of skip up a lot of stuff.
Oh, we made it. Also, it looks like Pence has 13 on his back. I don't know whether that was intentional.
I think.
In case he forgets how old he is.
Nobody knows the truth.
No, I know. Actually, I remember earlier it said Dog Street and then 3, but it looks like a 13. So there.
Roxas's friends.
You're stupid.
That's right.
Why did you attempt to flying kick a Xehanort? It doesn't make any sense.
Yes.
Where is your 4th animal companion designed for comedy relief among this trio?
Oh god, and then fucking Bonkers walks in, and then just like the whole thing goes to shit.
No! You have said a cursed thing, good sir.
Well, Disney doesn't remember, so I think we're safe in that regard.
Tell us about
Although,
it.
if they did
wanna
little
learn
mini
about it.
cameos like that from like the TV shows,
My dear
I'd be pretty
master,
okay with that, actually.
You are safe.
Speaking of a dog that is not wanted,
Evan, is that you?
We all kind of saw this coming
So,
a little bit, but I'm sitting there going,
those
alright, how
bodies
soon is
were
it
your
until
game.
Evan turns back to the bad guys? But, he doesn't, really. This is a legit heel face turn, so,
yeah, you might be wondering, holy shit, this comes out of nowhere and it's bad writing. Well, no, actually, it's explained in the reports that you have to unlock by doing, like, the battle dimensions or whatever.
Gave up
Okay,
a
so it
normal
is
life
explained
in
in
order to
supplementary
plant myself in
content
the
that people don't
organization.
normally have access to. That's good
When I
storytelling.
heard
Yes,
Xehanort had been
exactly.
looking for you, I realized it was my chance to find you as well.
So, like I said, obviously here he is becoming a technical good guy,
I too
but
wish to
I
atone.
like Evan when he's just the creepy shit in the room, and he just talks obsessively about like his experiments and things like that. But even though that, he's still like a good guy. I think that's pretty funny.
I'm gonna read Vexen's entries from the secret reports here, so this may be spoilers for the end of the game, so maybe skip ahead a couple of minutes. Secret Report 7, on the replica program and reanimation. Following my erasure and recompletion as a human, I did not awaken right away. Perhaps the damage was exceptionally grave. Even after waking, I remained in bed, pondering my next course of action. In my work on the replica program for the organization, I produced some 20 vessels. Most of the early results were failures, not one of them granted a number. The first success to emerge from that early lot was the Riku replica. Subsequently, Shion, number I, was essentially indistinguishable from a natural human, though she became unstable due to the influence of others. Using those two as my foundation, I worked to construct a number of nigh-perfect replicas, but just as they neared completion, my efforts were cut short. I suspect Xehanort aims to use both the initial lot as well as the unused replicas from my later work. I arose today and decided to walk out to the square, my first outing in some time. Yet my stroll was interrupted when a surprising visitor appeared with an unexpected offer. Though younger than me, he'd risen to become Xemnas' right hand. I accepted his terms and became a nobody once more. Easier to gain access to the old replica program that way, whatever it takes to atone. Vexen. Now, who do you think that person is, Helldragon?
Zigbar?
It could be, but I'm thinking it's more likely that it's Saïx.
That would be a good point, considering what we do learn later on in other scenes. So I think that's good. I actually like this game. I mean, I didn't play it, but I like the idea where this feels less like a minigame and just more it's a stealth game. So that's actually pretty good considering the limited graphics.
Alright, the Secret Report 8, the Real Organization. Xehanort seeks to gather 12 vessels, which, together with his true actual self, he considers the Real Organization 13. Now that he has the numbers he needs, Demix and I are being treated as reserves. Several others who served Xemnas in the old organization have followed the same course as mine, electing to abandon their newly restored humanity and rejoin the real organization as nobodies. But not Xemnas. Xemnas cannot exist in the present because there is already a Xehanort here, the old man in charge. The old man's humanity prevents his heartless and nobody, others vanquished in the past, and his younger self from being denizens of this time. To circumvent this, Xehanort is also using the prototype replicas I created in the past as containers, plucking his other self's hearts from the time they existed. Xehanort ordered me to refine the prototypes to make them closer still to the real thing. Perfecting my creations so that they may house true flesh and blood humans suits my own purposes as well. All that remains for my atonement is to devise a way to pass on as many of the vessels as I can to those who truly deserve them.
Interesting stuff. Although, that comment about the incomplete, not perfect replicas, it makes me think out there's some Xemnas that's like perfect in every way, but his ass is a little too big, so they had to throw him out.
Yeah, can't have that amount of cake on the team. Like the Clappity Claps will stop the Keyblade War from starting.
That's true. Although it could probably deflect it with a well-timed turnaround, so I think that'd be alright.
I might as well read a couple more secret reports here. We got a couple from Ienzo, so I will read these, I suppose. Secret Report 9. Ansem Code Conspectus, Excerpt 1. I have pored over the data my master entrusted to Riku. Here I offer my preliminary conclusions. Within Sora's heart are 3 compartmentalized boxes, each containing the heart of another. One box holds Roxas, another holds the second heart that has been with Sora for nearly as long. The third has held its heart for much longer. These hearts have melded with Sora's and no longer have voices of their own. Any attempt to mechanically extract them could prove as dire for Sora as what caused him to become a Heartless in the first place. First, a vessel for each heart must be readied. exhausted, then a spark of some sort is required to induce its waking. Obviously, the ideal solution is to restore each heart to its own body, but whatever the case for the two unknown individuals, Roxas possesses no such thing. The same is true for Narmine, who we believe resides in Kyrie's heart. Still, if alternate bodies can be secured for them, all their hearts required to be awakened is that spark, people they cared for and who cared for them, who can show them the way home. Complete and perfect digitalization of the heart is impossible. We can only hope to partially reconstruct it. Thus, I see no way forward but to extract the hearts we so desperately need directly from within Sora. Fortunately, the data stored in Twilight Town contains a near-perfect record of the memories of those who lived there, and for Roxas and Narmine especially, this is crucial.
We did it!
So I'm gonna give you guys a tip. If my heart ever gets trapped in somebody else's heart and you need me to come back and go into Replica, just get a bag of jelly beans and shake it real hard. I'll come running.
Yeah, that's kind of what happens later in the game with Roxas, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, sorta.
Yeah, alright. Secret Report 10. Ansem Code Conspectus Episode 2. As for how to contain the hearts, the only conceivable option is the replicas. If we transfer in the digital memories from the Twilight Town archive, the replicas should be able to reconstruct each individual human's appearance with near-perfect results. Then the hearts need only the right spark to wake them, so they may find their way out of Sora and Kairi and into those newly made bodies. The replica program was truly revolutionary, but it was incomplete at the time of the old organization's dissolution. Without Evan, how are we to further the research? We need at least 3 replicas, one for Roxas, one for Narmine, and one for the unknown stowaway within Sora's heart. These are difficult quandaries, but as I work through my master's data, I find myself remembering the taste of ice cream. When I was a boy, he would bring me some when we took walks together. There will be time to regret my betrayal later. For now, my focus must be on restoring Roxas and Narmine and proving my master had good intentions.
It just reminded me of when LiveJournal was a thing, because I think I just read one of those entries when you read that just now. I just had this sudden flashback to LiveJournal. I'm like, huh, that was a thing.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all the secret reports I'm going to be reading here. We now have but to travel until we reach the next world, which, do you remember which one is coming up, Helldragon?
Probably the last one in the game before the end, yes.
You cheeky sod, you know damn well what question I was asking you.
Yes, it's the Big Hero 6 world.
Would you have preferred Incredibles?
Yes. Unabashedly, yes. I'll talk more about that when we get there, because there are a few things about the world I do want to mention, but if you obviously I said multiple times, yes, please put an Incredibles world in there if you are adding Pixar stuff. And you know what, Monsters, Inc. is a cool addition, I like it. But if you had to give me a choice over that or Incredibles, I would have picked The Incredibles.
Alright, just checking through the stuff here.
I mean, there's obviously a lot of abilities to give them, but, even when I was playing through, I guess I never really felt like the impact of it. I didn't feel like, well, this thing I gave to Goofy is really helping out. Because, again, I was so focused on buffing up Sora here.
Oh, God, that Keyblade is so good.
Yeah, I mean, the base form is, I mean, it's a pirate ship Keyblade. It's got a bunch of ropes on it. Kind of ruins the flow of it. But again, the form changers are so cool that I'm willing to forgive it.
Man, I can't wait until we get Kuraga, because that comes after a very special scene.
Yeah, and usually Kuraga, the best healing magic in the game. Probably a good idea. You know what, now that I think about it, if you cast that multiple times, is there like a Kuraza or something?
No, there isn't, but that would be pretty interesting.
How would that work, actually? I mean, Kuraga does heal everybody anyway for a pretty high amount. Would Kuraza be like a full heal and get rid of disease? I don't know.
How I reckon it would work is, it would heal you and your teammates to full completion, but it would also, like, randomly rain down, like, save points or whatever on the field. Sort of like in Days, where you can, like, place a healing mat on the ground and your teammates can go to it.
I see. Or, it heals you full and it gives you a big HP buffer that has to be reduced to 0 before they start taking actual damage.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Kind of like an overheal.
Okay, it's not really that far to the Big Hero 6 world, and I have, like, basically been there already. Like, back when we were given our thoughts after we finished Frozen and whatnot, we just roughly traversed the entire area, so we're just gonna go straight there. No fuss, no muss.
None of this side story treasure hunting. We've got business to take care of.
So I'm just gonna, like, take a wild stab in the dark and guess that you didn't know gummy grinding at all during your course of the playthrough.
You'd be right with that wild stab in the dark, not necessarily that wild. I didn't really grind anything. I probably should have a little, I'll be honest with you, because when you do at least a little bit, you can have a more variety in the ships you're using and the weapons and things like that. And I think that would have helped a little bit kind of mitigate how kind of bored I felt during these sections. But, no, I just kind of did straight and lean. I'm just mostly going through to get to the world in question. I'm always, like I said, I will prefer the Kingdom Hearts 2 missions. They're way more fun and dynamic. And I would feel more pressed to kind of play them over and over to get, like, a better ranking.
I will agree with you partially. At first, I didn't really see the appeal of making this open world, but you know, when I was just chilling and going about doing random stuff, it definitely like clicked for me. But there is definitely something to be said about the pure frantic fun of the KH2 style. Yeah,
and I think I would have preferred this one a little bit more. If I didn't felt the gummy ship didn't kind of drive like ass sometimes, it kind of does. There's like later on when you're going to the final world, that section is actually kind of annoying because of how you steer your ship. It's a kind of a pain in the ass to go through.
That's less the ship and just more like the way the world works for traversing like the place. I guess that could be how the ship controls. It's like you're on a rail of sorts, and it's not like full 3D control as you'd wish. It's a little bit weird.
Yeah, it's definitely no Star Fox, that's for sure.
What is in the gummy crystal? It's goodies, that's what's in there.
Oh no, you smashed fully into it. I was kind of expecting your ship to explode.
There we go, there's San Francisco in the distance. So guys, we shall see you tomorrow when we pick up and we'll be beginning the very last world of the game, at least in terms of Disney and whatnot, because we'll just have lore after that, so we'll see you next time. Bye bye.